Welcome back to Rednecks, Dirtyhands. I'm Pete, and today we are continuing the build project on my 2018 Yamaha Viking, where we are yanking the motor and transmission, the stock one, out of there and putting in a 4-cylinder Yamaha Apex 4-cylinder turbo 4-stroke with an MC Express turbo kit. Why, you might be asking? Well, the original motor in this thing was 50 horsepower, and I kind of broke the transmission. And then the donor motor we're putting in there, well, let's just say, as Tim Taylor would say, more power. Yeah. It's gonna be, we're gonna be adding a minimum 200 horsepower to this thing. Stock, the single cylinder 700 was 50 horsepower. This Apex 4-cylinder turbo build motor that I got going in here, it's got a 290 MC Express kit on it, which means it's 290 horsepower. Now, all it really takes to tweak that up is boost and fueling. So it's safe to say that we can get this to 300 horsepower, and I mean, that's gonna be one heck of an upgrade. So there's a bunch of challenges we gotta do. We gotta work on the rear diff, try and figure out how to turn that into a chain drive, and then we gotta figure out how to get that Apex engine mounted in there and centered up. So I got a few ideas, but you know, let's pitter patter, get at her, see what we can do. All right, well, one of the big hurdles of this project is gonna be how to do the rear drive on this thing. So I kind of want to leave all the stock drivetrain. I want to use the stock CVs and all that stuff. Obviously, I'll be changing out those shocks. They're way too heavy duty for this. So I'm gonna try and build a chain drive differential to use, basically be like a spool, just lock the two CV axles together, put a sprocket on it, and chain drive it. That's the theory. So I was like, well, how the heck am I going to do that? Well, I don't know if it's going to work, but I brought the diff over here on the bench, and I've got it blown right apart here. So, I mean, there's not a whole heck of a lot to these things. I've got the center carrier section out. The pinion, you know, we're not going to need any of that. The bearings in here, I mean, that's the one outer side bearing there. I mean, it's pretty dinky. It's tiny. We got this outside one over here. It's a little bit beefier. I found these 6008 sealed bearings here, and if we walk over, I'll have to turn this light around here, it's kind of dark up over there. I don't know if that'll, oh geez. So I got this guy set up in the milling machine here. That's the carrier. So these bearings here actually fit perfectly on that. So my plan is to make two end caps out of some heavy duty pipe that I can put these bearings into. I'll build my carrier, and then I'm just drilling, well, I'm not actually drilling, I'm boring holes. So I got a piece of a carbide bit there because obviously this ring gear is hardened steel, and it is impossible to drill through that. Like, and any of the drill bits I got won't even touch it. So I'm using this guy. Actually, I was using a ball burr earlier, and she got so hot, the son of a bitch came right apart. So I had to move on. Found another one. I've got through most of the holes. I got a couple more holes to do, so hopefully, you know, we can carry on, bore through that, and then we'll see if we can make the rest of this differential. Just gotta keep pecking away at it. I was using some WD to lube her up, but I found it just works better if you give her dry. Ho, ho, ho. Tickety-boo. Alright, so now that I got all the holes bored through the ring gear here of the rear diff section, I've got these, I got two of these sprockets. There's one here, and where did I put the other one? Oh yeah, over here. So, I got two identical size sprockets. I forget how many teeth these guys are. They are 36 tooth. So they're basically the exact same size as the drivers on the drive axle. So I've got a hex hub. I ordered these 1-inch hex hubs from Amazon, and wouldn't you know it, they're not an exact 1-inch hex or whatever. So the plan was to slip it over top of this. I had to file these by hand to open it up, but now that does slide on there, so I can weld a sprocket on here, slide that on. I can position that anywhere I want on the drive shaft when I put it all back together in the apex housing and everything. So now I just got to transfer punch all these holes, slide that guy in there. I'll punch all those, drill all those with I'll use the mill up over there. We'll drill all those so they're nice and straight, and then I'll tap the sprocket so we can put some, grade 8 bolts or whatever, bolt right through. So this sprocket will be true, locked on tight. I mean, I got enough bolts on there. Like, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bolts. I mean, that should be plenty strong to hold the power, and then we can use a number 50 chain on this, which is a good size chain. So it should be strong enough. And then both my CV shafts can just lock in there. All I'll have to do is pack them with grease, and then I put my bearings up on here. I'll make the housing out of the heavy pipe or tube, or I might have to just get solid bar and then machine all this stuff myself. And then we'll build the differential on a mount, so then we can mount it in the bottom of the Viking, and then I'll be able to have it adjustable, so I won't have to run a tensioner on the chain. I can just slide, take up the slack with the differential. That's the plan. Still making progress. Using the carbide bit to bore holes through the ring gear there worked out mint, and then we went to Bolts Plus, got some grade 8 3/8 hardware there. I just drilled and tapped the sprocket, so I'll put nuts on this side too as extra reinforcement so they don't loosen off. But then I figured, geez, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grade 8 3/8 bolts. That should be strong enough to keep that from shearing under load. And then we got 6008 bearings. I've got these end caps here. I've machined down. They're gonna go on there. So we'll have one on this side, one on the other side. All I gotta do is set up this fella here. We'll just mock it up just to see. Nice one. I gotta modify this cup to fit this bearing, so I just want to check it for distance right now. But then I will find my carrier unit, and then we'll see how it fits in there. All right, well, after some serious redneck development here and some cold ones, I think I've got the rear differential assembled here. So that is the stock center section, the ring gear, and the center pin for your CVs go in. From the Viking rear diff, I took a just a Princess Auto or Harbor Freight 50 sprocket there. I made it through a 1/4 inch angle iron. I've got some holes slotted in there, so the idea is when we mount this in the Viking, I'll have tubes in the frame there with the bolts, so then instead of having a chain tensioner, I can just crack all these bolts loose, and then we can just slide it back to keep the chain tight. And then when we max out our tension, we just throw a new chain on. I'll assemble it so it's all tight, so that way as the chain wears and all that, we just got to keep adjusting it back to keep it tight. That way it's simple, just a straight loop of chain, no tensioners, nothing to dick around with or anything like that. So now the 1/4 inch angle iron should be strong enough. Once it's bolted down, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is going to be 300 horsepower, but I mean, it looks... Will this handle 300 horsepower? I don't know. I mean, it rolls nice and smooth, and it's nice and true and all that, so I'm optimistic. If there is going to be a weak link, it might be this, but I don't know. It's got, replaceable bearings. There's not a whole lot to go wrong with this. Like, the only moving parts are these 2 bearings, so if they bugger up, we'll just order extra of them, and if we got to change them every ride, we got to change them every ride. But this is like one big check mark done for the build, so now we just got to make a little bit more room for the engine and all that jazz, and then this progress is good.
Do you have to do another one? You have to make 2 of them?
2 of these? Mm-hmm. No, just one of these, baby. Okay. Both CV axles slide in this way, right? And then they clip in. So this way, I wanted to do it this way because then we keep the stock CV axles, the brakes, the hub spindles, all that jazz. So, I mean, Yamaha builds good stuff. Whether it'll hold up to 300 horsepower, I don't know. We're probably going to be twisting axles and snapping stuff. But, I mean, only if we get traction, right? If we're hooking and booking, we'll probably snap some stuff. But if we're spinning, you know, I mean, if you don't have traction, you're not breaking anything, so.
True.
I'll put line lock on this thing too, so we can do burnouts.
Okay.
And I mean, weight-wise, it's not really much heavier than the stock differential. It's fairly stout, and I mean, it's so satisfying that it just spins nice and true. And well, here, check this out. Watch. This is just regular junk Princess Auto number 50 chain. I'll be using good O-ring X chain or something when I do get her all set up, but there you go. We got chain drive differential.
Looks pretty good.
Nice one. I got to get the jack shaft out of that cradle there so I can slip it down in and see how it's going to fit in the frame there. And to do that, I got to pound that bearing out of there. So, hey, why not use the old Blue Eddy Elite 100 V2 there? She's 1800 watts of power. I got 95% battery life in there, so I just plugged my heat gun in there. That's a 1500 watt heat gun, so that's sucking the power out of there. So, I mean, yeah, I've got outlets. I'm working in the shop here, but if you're working in a remote location and you need some power, this little sucker here has got it's got enough jam to get her done. So, and I mean, it doesn't knock it out. I mean, when we were up in heydays, the Keurig coffee pot was snuffing out my 2000 watt Champion generator, and this thing here had no problem pumping her up. So here we go, 1500 watt on stage 2 here, giving her all the heat. What's it say we got going on here? We're drawing 1370 watts there. Not too terrible. So we're just gonna heat up this bearing race, use the old dead blow, and knock this son of a bitch right over. Now that I got that all warmed up, I'm gonna take this dead blow here and see if we can smack her out of there. Oh, that right there. Tickety boo. Thank you, Blue Eddy. You know, these things are definitely handier than a pocket on a shirt. The Elite 100 V2, 1800 watts, has helped us out tons around here. And Blue Eddy was awesome enough, you know, they sent us the Elite 30 to test out and do. And we're doing the giveaway on that. So all you got to do is follow us on our Facebook page, hashtag, or go to blueeddy.ca. We'll put a post up. Just comment, put it in the comments, hashtag Blue Eddy Black Friday 2025. Get a chance to win that sucker. I mean, they'd be one powerful Christmas present, eh? Nice one. All right, so I need some bits and pieces to finish up the rear end build for this project. Jim got the motor out of that, and he got the donor carriage for the engine, so we're gonna try and use that. So I'm just gonna see with the fitment. I think I'm gonna have to cut the frame and maybe stretch it a little bit. I don't know. We're definitely gonna have to move a few things in there, but like cut the shock towers off just because we're not gonna need them. I may end up cutting the whole front of this off. I don't know. I kind of want to keep it because the factory Apex has an aluminum hoop that ties the back ears to the front there to help stiffen it all up. So obviously we got our motor mounts here and here. Once the engine's in there, it'll be tight and right. But then we could put that, I'm hoping I can still use that aluminum D-ring in there. And then I don't know, the idea was, you know, try and keep this a 3-seater. But I think the way it's going to lay out is the motor's going to be basically sitting right here. So I might be able to leave the MC Express stock intercooler going across the top. And it might be like the center console, you know. Yeah, I got the 2 seats and then we'll just have the intercooler right in here. So it might work out pretty cool. And I mean, it'd be kind of neat looking in the interior and seeing an intercooler in between the seats. So I'm hoping it works out good that way. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But now that I got the ears cut off of there, I got the jack shaft pulled out of there, I'm going to see if I can slip it down in there. Come on. Come on, sucker. Kind of, sort of. Close, but still no cigar. Gonna need a big old shoehorn to get that sucker in there. These ears are hitting in the corner there by the seat belts, so I might be able to lop them off and see, but we're definitely gonna have some clearance issues, so I don't know. And then with the engine mounted in there, it's gonna pose a few different problems, and then with that aluminum hoop on there, it's gonna be even tighter. So we may have to lose some stuff in there, but I mean, it's close. We're only a couple inches out on the back. It's got to drop down and go forward just a little bit more. So it's one of those, you know, measure twice, cut once kind of deals, or my theory is just keep cutting until it fits. So we got to get rid of these ears. We don't need them. The motor mount's here and the motor mount's there, so we can lose the top of this on both sides. Gain a little bit of clearance, you know. So always got to use some WD-40 when you're cutting aluminum, otherwise it just gums up the blade and you ain't cutting nothing. So here we go. Sounds like my battery is dying. That is a nice one. Gaining, about 2 inches of height there. So now I just gotta flip it around, try and eyeball the other side to be about the same. Just enough juice to get her done. Let's see if it fits now. Or at least if it's any closer. Hey, baby. Oh, it's close. Oh, it's so close. That's darn near in there. You're just in time, honey bunny.
Oh, yeah?
You helped me wiggle this in there, and I mean, it's a tight fit, but we got the snowmobile cradle sitting down in there, and this is where I sit there and I say, time and time again, I am a huge believer in the universe and things working out, because who knew that a Yamaha Apex cradle and engine mount would fit perfectly between the seats on a Yamaha Viking.
Yeah, you have to show them that.
Like, look at that. It's a little dark in here, but so basically the intercooler is gonna be sitting right there. I don't even think, we don't even have to cut the front of that cone off. I mean, we're gonna put some of the paneling back in so you don't really see that stuff, but at least this gives us a solid structure. We can have the engine mounted in there, and then we can build mounts to mount that guy to the floor of this. I do think I'm still gonna have to lengthen the chassis a tiny little bit, and then we'll have to play around with that, but this is exciting, honey bunny.
Mm-hmm. It's starting to come together.
It is. I still got to get in Peterborough. We got to get some hardware. I got to try and build the rear differential, the chain drive setup on that. That's going to be a key component to this project, whether it's a success or a flop. But you know what? We're going to keep turning and burning on this. Phase 2 is so far. Yeah, chef's kiss, baby.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got to rework a few things. I'm going to have to move that sway bar to the back side of the frame because there's just no room for it in there. And obviously, I'm going to have my drive axle going through there with the chain coming back to the diff. So we got to get rid of that sway bar over here. I'm going to have to rework the A-arms and the shocks. I might have to cut out some of the supports in here and then re-weld. Obviously, any of the brackets, like the original exhaust hanger and stuff like that, I'll cut them off. We won't need any of that stuff. I'll have to open some clearance all around in here. We'll have to probably pull these back panels off because that engine's going to be sticking up in there. We'll have to do some clearance in there, baby. You can get fancy with the die grinder and the little the air body saw.
Okay. This should be interesting.
Oh yeah, we gotta make room for activities in here because we're gonna have about 300 horsepower worth of activities.
Sitting almost between us. Eh?
Right, so I'd say it's snowing again a little bit. I don't know, we got a bit of a downtime in the regular work for the shop stuff and all that, so we might be able to pitter-patter, get at her, and go into town and pick up some materials to continue this epic Apex turbo-powered Viking build. Yeah. All right, so as you can see, I've been a little bit busy, and I ended up tearing all the paneling off of this so we can get a good view of what's in there. I still got to wheel it out and wash out the rest of the dirt and the grime and all that. But our parts bin, the original box on here, we got her full of all the odds and sods that used to be on here. I've got the jack shaft and everything out of this cradle. I may cut this down a little more, I'm not sure, but the whole idea is, see if I can do this one-handed here. Oh yeah, I need my lovely assistant Christina. Come on. Oh yeah, got it right wedged in there. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Oh, just like so. Tickety-boo. All right, bring you in for a closer look. So, like I said, firm believer of the universe. Sometimes when you just, this brain comes up with an idea after drinking a few wobble pops and all that, I was like, oh, you know what, put an apex center carriage from a sled with the motor in here and between the rails of the Yamaha Viking, it'll work mint. And you know what, the universe says, Pete, you're absolutely right. Fits in there absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna have to fine tune, where this is gonna sit, and I'll have to make some mounts and all that. I'll probably have to cut these ears off. I was gonna try and keep the aluminum hoop around top to help stiffen it all up, but I think what I'll do, JP had a good idea, just build some mounts off the back to tie into the frame rails, do the same thing at the front, and then when the engine gets in there, that'll lock that solid. I can put a plate across the bottom, fasten this thing down, so that will be locked physically solid in the frame. And then once the engine's in there, it can't really go anywhere. And then I'll have the drive shaft, obviously, still in there with my chain drive sprocket coming to my homemade chain drive differential that will be adjustable back here, which I can use the spool from that to lock the CVs together. So then we will have posy traction. This son of a bitch should lay 2 stripes down the road, no problem. So, I think all that's left is I gotta take this outside, we'll wash it all. I gotta make sure I can access everything up in here, chain case, clutches. Obviously I'm gonna have to move this fella here. I'll rework that, probably cut it off and then weld it off onto an angle over there. Maybe the same thing on this side. I'll probably end up cutting that center bar out of there because my idea is, this is gonna have to be serviceable if anything ever happens to the motor, or say this thing works out mint and 300 horsepower isn't enough and we want to pull that motor and put a 500 plus horsepower Yamaha Apex motor in there. We can just pull the box off, undo everything, and then pull that whole thing out as a unit. Whoop! Change it out on the floor on the bench, plop her back in, tickety-boo, away you go. And I might be able to keep the rear mount turbo set up because the height-wise, the exhaust is going to be coming right above the frame rails there. So I might be able to sneak the exhaust, keep the turbo on the back, because I do have on this sucker here, because it's the MC Express kit, I've got the scavenge pump and everything on the motor there, so I don't have to have the turbo up higher for the oil drain. It's got the scavenge pump to pull the oil back to the engine, so that might be cool. Have the turbo right at the back and then the exhaust at the back. That way it kind of keeps it quieter while you're ripping this thing, because I built that smart ass mofo, the CF Moto. I put the smart car on the CF Moto 800, and that thing scrambles your brains when you drive it. It's so loud inside the cab of that thing. That's why I don't really drive it a whole lot. But this one, I want it to sound loud, but like a good loud, and hopefully have the noise back here so you're up in front of it, going faster than the speed of sound, right? But I say we push it outside so we can wash this thing all up, get her cleaned up. Well, it's quite a bit cleaner, I'd say. We got her all kind of spick and span and ready for, cleaning up and welding in any mounts and plates and everything I gotta do, but she's a little bit snowy and rainy today. And pressure wash them when it's cold, snowy and rainy, I'd say that calls for a whiskey. No, I'm still working. So now that the differential's done, that's one of the biggest hurdles of this thing. So now we just got to make a little more room for activities in here. Remember the beginning of this when I said, you know, if I don't cut or modify the Viking, we can always put it back to normal?
Yes.
Forget that.
Oh.
Let's be honest. We're never gonna want this back to normal anyway. 50 horsepower? No, no thanks. We're not Turtle Tommy here. We're going fast. So we're just gonna think positive. This 300 horsepower Apex is gonna work, and we're gonna make some room so it does work. So I'm going to cut this bar out. I'm gonna cut that bar out. We're gonna make a little bit more room for the diff and the engine and all that. I wanna make sure we need extra room. This is gonna get in the way for the primary clutch. So I'm gonna cut that out. I'll tie the seat brace into here. We'll lose the bottom section there. It's all about having enough clearance. So we can always weld stuff back in. This is not like woodwork. That's why I'm not a woodworker. With steel, you can cut it out and if you mess up, you just weld it back in. Wood, if you cut it too short, you're screwed. We're just gonna pitter patter, get at her, and cut some steel. Safety squints engaged. One. Up.
That hit my eyebrow. That was so close.
Oh, you gotta have your safety squints on.
Yeah.
That's why you always put your safety squints on, baby. I mean, unless you want to share the experience of what it's like going to the ER to get metal dug out of your eyeball.
No, I'm okay.
Let me tell you, it's not fun.
Yeah, no. I think I'm allergic.
I think I've got a frequent flyer card
Yeah.
at the ER for getting that done
Yeah, you're back again.
So long, sucker. So we don't need that guy. And then we're not gonna need this guy or that guy because that's the top mount for the original diff. We're gonna be 86 in that. I'll cut this one out so there's room for the chain and all that, and then yeah, we'll mock it all up and see how she all fits. This is gonna be mint. Minty mint. I'm gonna go right with that there, straight across, and then I'll cut this whole show out of there. Because why wouldn't you? Pulled that out. You could not get a closer shave with a Gillette. Look at that. Right flush with the top of the tube. Oh, I just got a freaking splinter.
Way to go.
So, I mean, even though I cut the support out of this seat here, it is still rock freaking solid. And I am 198 pounds of Viking cutting machine here. So it's definitely gonna be strong enough to support my butt when we're hauling ass. And I mean, I will still tie in. Obviously, we'll reconnect the frame in certain areas. I'll put a crossbar, I'll weld it from here to here just to box it in so it's much stronger anyway, just in case. But now we have room to set that, I don't know what you call it, cartridge or engine mount, whatever. Set that in there, we can have a peekaboo and see. Because now, the whole idea, because that's wide open, picture the engine's mounted in here, and I'm a cherry picker. You know, hey, look at this. We're lifting the engine straight up and in. Oh. Like, could you ask for anything better? Look at that.
I mean, that fits pretty good.
Fits mint. And then all I think I'll do is I'll put a plate down in the bottom. We'll make some mounts to bolt it straight down where it's the flattest. And then I can come off of here with some mounts. Probably go from the corner here to here. Put some mounts in there. Maybe come across the back of it. Mount it to the frame there. So that will be rock solid. And then figure out our differential up in here. Have a beer.
Right?
I mean, we're making really good progress, faster than I kind of thought we would. And then we got to figure out where we're going to have these axles. I'll have to build the mount for that differential up a little bit, I guess. I'm gonna, hold on, we'll see if we can rig it up in there. So, I mean, we'll see if we can get this in there, just for shits and giggles, you know? There it goes. That one's snapped in. Oh, this is promising. Oh, heck yeah. We got it going in there now. There. So that right there is the axles snapped into place. So now we just got to figure out our geometry and where we're going to mount this fella here. And then boom, we've got a chain drive differential here. Now I don't know if it will actually roll. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, well.
It's kind of working.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how this worked out, but that's almost like dead nuts in the center of that sprocket there. That's a coinky dink. It's almost like it's almost like somebody planned that. I didn't.
A happy little accident.
I might be able to just put some angle iron or something on the inside of these rails here that come up and this sets on, and then weld my nuts to the bottom edge of that angle, and then have this adjustable. It'll just slide on it like that, because it's basically like it's sitting perfect on top of this frame rail. I got to move this brake line. We're sitting on top of it right now, but I could, you know, with the angle iron, lift this up a little bit. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty good. This obviously isn't gonna be how it's, we got no bearings or supports in there, but just so you get the gist of what's going on here. The drive axle is gonna be sitting through there in the chain case, so then I can sit there and locate that sprocket on here till it lines up with this one. Put the chain right to there. This is already kind of notched out, so I'll just notch this brace out where the chain's gonna go. And then with this guy being adjustable, all I gotta do is set my tension here. Tickety boo. We are locked and loaded. We'll have all kinds of room to access the chain case on here, so if we gotta play around with gearing. I wanted to keep those sprockets that size because they're basically the same size as what the drive sprockets would have been on the snowmobile. So, I mean, the snowmobile, you get the good RPM range and speed and all that going off of that ratio. So I figure, you know, don't mess with it, just leave that alone. And then if we do got to play around with ratios, we still have the gears in the chain case or possible tire size we could play around with. But we should be in the ballpark. So that is gonna be chef's kiss.
Chef.
Or what's the noise?
Noise.
So now all we got to do is everything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? We got to still. I don't know if we're not going to bother doing it in this video, but I'll show you the exhaust manifold. When I pulled all the flex pipes off of this apex, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts decided to snap a doodle.
Oh no.
So I either got to try and weld nuts on them and extract them, or drill them out and retap them, helicoil them, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. Not today. I think we've done pretty good for today. Today it's now beer o'clock. We are set up at Peterborough Sledarama. This is the 28th annual Sledarama show. We've got the F7 in the booth, the Shocker. We brought beer runner, the lovely Christina. Good to see you, honey bunny. We're gonna have a good day, I think.
We are. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. Jim's gonna have a good day too. There's a cooler full of beverages back there.
Yes, sir.
We brought the kids to manage all the sales. They're gonna be the responsible ones today, I think. Beer runner's looking good. We got it propped up on there. Shout out to our buddy Nick for making us that banner a few years ago. It has come in super handy. Handier than a pocket on a shirt, some would say.
That's right.
So before we get started, this is not even 8 o'clock in the morning yet. So we're gonna be stuck in the booth all day. But we figure a challenge for the day is I've got some of these Redneck Dirty Hand golf balls left over from when I had the par 1 all made and everything. So I think what we're gonna do is try and do like a scavenger hunt. We'll stash them at different vendors' booths and all that, and then we'll put it out on Facebook and we'll do a short ahead of time. Any of the fans that come to the show, if they can find those golf balls at the vendor or a swapper outside, they bring them to us and they get a surprise. Maybe it'd be a nice hat. Check out some of this stuff here. We got the hats, different colors, all the tees, sticker sheets, hoodies. Jim's modeling one.
Maybe you can win me.
Oh, take Jimothy home. So hopefully this works out good. We got to go walk around, see if we can find some vendors that will help us out. And I think I got a few in mind. Maybe we'll hit up the Cat Shack, Hurricane, our buddy Farmer out in the swap area. So let's pitter patter. Everything's looking pretty good. It was a ghost town in here last night when we were setting up.
Wow, I think we came a little earlier than we were supposed to.
I think we were the first ones here to set up. Oh,
Gotta go see about this VMAX though.
we should probably do that first.
Do it first, just to see how much.
So we saw on Facebook before the show even started about a trailer load of sleds that were coming, and one of them have definitely piqued our interest. So we want to go see that before the public gets in here and scoops it up. Well,
First come, first serve.
well, that's the thing, right? You got to strike while the iron's hot. This is the trailer we're talking about here, and no, we don't want the 700 grand touring. Although $600 for that Jag ain't terrible. There's a pair of them. This one right here. That's the sweetie.
A little too much.
You think so? Oh, 16.
That's an SF though.
That's not. Oh, the old Elan. Oh, that's just like. That's the same as Uncle Stevie's.
Cash today.
Cash money today! The old RTX is already sold. This 1900's already sold. See? It's nobody's even been in here yet.
No,
So sorry.
already sold.
This is the one here.
I gotta go out and quick look at a sled.
Okay. Oh, that old sweetie. There's our buddy Farmer.
How are you?
Good, are you?
Oh, there's a bad one.
We got a favor to ask of you.
Yeah.
And we are going to give you.
I seen your post on Facebook.
Yeah, so just have them on display somewhere, and if somebody comes by and says you got some nice balls, give them to them. They got to come see us for another prize.
Where do you think would be a good spot?
It's got to be kind of incognito. We want them looking at your booth, so they got to look at your stuff and all that, and then, you know, if they spot the balls, they'll be like, hey,
Yeah.
you got some nice balls. So wherever you feel is a good spot that you think they'll be spotted.
Corner of the trailer by that red hood.
Sure.
More sneaky than that.
I mean, it's up to you.
Looks like a good spot to me.
So if you're out and about and you see Southern Sled and Truck and you find our balls, and
Thank you.
Farmer will have some other good deals going on here. Looks like you brought a fair amount of stuff. What's nice in here? It is colder than you know what out there.
I didn't dress properly.
I didn't even bring a coat. I just brought you. You're hot enough. Okay, let's go see if Matthews is here. How's it going?
Well, you know, I was going to give someone the boot, but then
Well, where's Ryan? Did you give him the boot?
yeah, I might have put him back to bed. He's not feeling so good.
Oh, he was up too late celebrating the unpacking,
like 8:30 last night, he went to bed.
Well, we got a favor to ask.
Okay.
We want to stash a pack of our golf balls here.
Yes.
So then we'll get some people coming in, checking out your site, and if they happen to spot our golf balls,
Yes.
you might have somebody come up and say, hey, those are nice balls. Then you
Ben's heard that before.
then just give them the balls, and then they'll
Yeah.
come to us and get a
Hey,
prize.
Ben, you know what the ladies gotta say to you? Nice balls.
Those are the magic words.
So if somebody's cruising around, they're looking for deals in the cat check, and they happen to find our balls, they say, hey, you got some nice balls, and then you just give them the balls.
Okay.
And then they'll come to us and get another prize.
All right, that's cool.
All right, so that is 2 spots down. Just hide them somewhere. They could be like, sure, wherever.
That's awesome.
All right, thank you. Good day, sir.
How are ya?
Not too bad. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
We got a favor to ask you.
Okay.
We want to drop off a box of our golf balls there, put them in your booth somewhere. You can just have them on display, and then if somebody comes by and says, hey, you got some nice balls, you just give them, and then they come to us, grab another prize, and then it gets some people checking out your booth too.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Right on.
Sure. Yeah, I'll let my brother know too when he gets here, and yeah, we'll set him up.
Yeah, just
Okay.
hide them or whatever.
What I'm going to do is literally set them right up here in front of the dead nut center.
Beauty.
And then that way when someone comes up and sees it, and if we get the comment, nice balls, we'll make sure we send them off and send them your way.
Beauty, and they can find them at Bergstrom's Kegs. Nice one. Hurricane Performance has got quite the booth and the setup going. All kinds of goodies, clutching and intercoolers, charge tubes, and belts. They got their new Skidoo tune, 220, 240, 270 pump gas turbo tunes. We actually, our buddy Darwin was testing one of those, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
We were racing them at Peterborough Speedway. Look at this Duker, single skier. Take 50. See? He's got the same problem.
Viper?
Oh! Hey now. Look at this sweetie. Got a nice patina to it. Where do we put the last box of balls, baby?
Should we walk over that way? We haven't been
Yeah, we can.
I've known they weren't coming.
Yeah, we could have extended the booth. Could have had the Lieutenant Dangle and Viper there for sale. I mean, you might have to go back to get them, Jim. All right, Jim. Well, the last box of golf balls is going to be right across the road, hbcycle. So if somebody goes in there and says, hey, HB, you guys got nice balls, they come on over here and they get a prize. Where's he going to hide them? All right, baby.
Hi.
Did I catch you in the middle of something?
Just brushing my hair.
All right, the last pack of golf balls is over at hbcycle.
All right. So that's how many out?
That's 4 boxes out.
4 boxes.
So there's 4 mystery boxes for, people to find.
4 people.
And then we'll be giving away, and I mean, we'll let them pick. Aside, we're not giving away the F7 or the Shocker. Maybe the beer runner if I have a few too many beers. But I mean, we'll probably give out, a hood. You've watched the channel, I see. This should be good,
It should be fun.
right? I'm excited. So what time is it now? I think we got about 15 minutes, 20 minutes before the doors open,
Is
something
it?
like
Yeah, I
that.
don't know what time it is.
So it's going to be a long day, Jimothy.
It is so.
Is it, it's not 5 o'clock yet. All right, well, we've already had quite a bit of action in the booth, and then one of our loyal followers has stopped in with he found a deal out in the swap meet area. He's got a suspension arm for his pull-yars. Little bit rotten there. So he wants to drop that off at the shop for me to weld up. He's gonna pay me in beer, he says. He knows. He knows the way to a man's heart. So I guess we'll do that for you. I mean, there's deals out there. I mean, yeah, it's not perfect, but You probably got that for next to nothing.
25 bucks.
$25, and it's not bent or mangled, just a little bit of a
Everybody
hole.
else wants 100, and he said 25, and I grabbed it quick as I could.
See, so there's lots of deals here. No problem, we'll fix it up for you, buddy.
I trust you.
Hey, Pete, I got your balls out of Christine's purse.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Somebody found the balls. Where'd you find these ones?
In my pants. You're not the only one with the good jokes.
They got these ones from Bergstrom Skaggs. Nice one, fellas. All right, well, the deal is you brought the balls back, so you get to pick something.
Everybody says that.
She is not on the table.
Yeah. But if she was.
You can have a hat, a shirt.
Yeah, hoodies are over here.
There's
The hoodie, that's what she wanted. But you don't get that for that, right?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Hey.
Oh.
You can have a hoodie.
Yeah, they picked the most expensive thing.
Well, yeah, he picked Christina.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, well, the show is a hit. We've got a lot of traffic over here, and I got to give a shout out to Blue Eddie. They sent us this Elite 30 V2. This is the smaller version of that 100, and this sucker is keeping the phones powered because we got the next generation here, and gotta have the phones, eh? So, thank you, Blue Eddie. This thing here, this is mint. It's 600 watts of portable power. You know, when we're at the trade shows and stuff like that, they charge you if you want to have stuff to plug in. So, you know, it's handy to have a unit like this that you can just lug with you. It doesn't weigh anything. Like, it's nice and light. And though, look at, they're having a great time because this is putting out 30 watts of phone charging power.
They're having a heyday.
They're having a heyday. And we can keep the cameras charged and everything, so we can catch all the great moments of, you know, like people finding the golf balls we've hidden around here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, nobody else has found any yet.
So far, one.
One.
Right? There's
Yeah.
still 3 out there, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even 11 o'clock yet. I don't
Is
think.
it not?
No. So we still got a few hours to go.
Still got time.
I mean, shout out if anybody's looking to get one of these units, you can go on their website. We'll put all the links and everything in the description for Blue Eddie. Not just the Elite 30, but the Elite 100 as well. But this one here, I gotta say, is definitely a nice one. We still got 81% power on that thing. We're only using 30 watts, and you got other outlets. You can do the 12 volt. You got your DC input over there. You got these guys here. They do whatever they do. You got all your USB drives, all that. So, handier than a pocket on a shirt, that thing. Thank you, Blue Eddie. We got number 2, golf balls found. You found these ones where?
At that booth right there.
hbcycle. So now the deal is, you brought these to us. Did you tell them that they had nice balls?
Yeah.
So now you get to pick. What do you want? You could have a hoodie, a hat, a shirt, stickers. You name it.
She dangle sweater.
He wants a sheet
Everyone
angle.
wants the most expensive thing.
Well, wouldn't you? All right, baby. Well, the day's going on, and box number 3 of golf balls has been found. So this young lad, where'd you find those?
Right outside.
Outside in the swap area?
Yeah.
Nice one. So now, because you brought these to me, you get to pick something off the shelf. You could have. We don't really have.
Yeah. See? You said you're giving me $30,000 if you found
This
those.
kid. He's got an IQ on this one.
He's thinking.
Unfortunately, okay, we got to go above. Raise your chin up a little bit. Look, although we don't really have hoodies that would fit you, I don't think. They're all big sizes, but we got hats, shirts, stickers. I mean, if you want a big hoodie, you can take a big hoodie too. Doesn't matter to me.
Cody.
Hoodie? He wants a hoodie. All right, well, we're getting near to the end of the show, but, you know, just in time. Our buddy Chris, North Kawartha Recreation, found the last pack of golf balls. Where'd you find those?
They might have been hiding with some cats over at the cat shack.
I think he kind of knew where to look.
We did, yeah, we might have a little bit of a game going.
So the rules are, you get to pick. When you went to the cat shack, did you tell them? What'd you say?
First things first, I went there, I said, see this little cabinet here? And the fellow looked at me, I don't know if he knew they were there. And he says, yeah. I said, looks like we can get those balls, couldn't we?
Did you say they had nice balls?
I said, we'd have to be nice balls. We gotta take these back over. So, on that account, we had to come back over and we had to go for a prize.
Well, and the rule stands, you could have anything in this booth you want.
Well, Jim here is a good man. We're gonna do a Chicolo.
He chose a beer.
Cheers, Jim.
Cheers.
That's what you call a nice one. All right, well, the show is officially coming to an end. It is clearing out of here pretty quick, but I mean, we had a pretty good success today, I think.
We sold a lot of stuff.
Right?
Met a lot of people. It was a good day.
Yeah. Shook some hands, took some pictures. Everybody, all those golf balls,
Yeah.
they all got found. Everybody got to take home a prize. That was a pretty cool idea. Thank God you came up with that.
Did I?
We'll say you did.
Somebody did.
We were drinking last
One of
night.
us.
We'll say it was her. We did. I didn't get out of the booth, Jim. You did. And if you just watched the video from last year, Jim got the $30 hauler from here. We didn't get that kind of a deal, although Jeff from Snowmobiler TV did come by. He was like, I didn't bring a snowmobile to sell you guys for $30. I said, that's all right, we did that last year. So we might go out to Ottawa to see him later on, who knows. But you found a sweetheart of a deal.
There's no $30 hauler deal, but it's a deal.
I think this is better.
It might be pretty interesting.
Right? I think so.
The one, anyway.
Well, see here, before we show it, you get the nice one. I get the not so nice.
I think you need to kind of restore the one,
Yeah.
and then the next one, like a big motor, and then there's something.
Well, I'm pretty good at doing that. So, right here we got Jim's Alouette. What's the name of this little fella?
I think they're Alouette Junior Brood or something like that.
Yeah. She's a sweetie. Look at her.
Yeah. She got the motor in it.
We don't know 100% if it's a runner driver, but I mean it's there.
Yeah.
I mean this tie rod's dangling in the breeze, but that's a complete little sled aside from the seat. And then that's Jim's and this is him's. So my tie rod's good on there, but I am missing the motor, the seat, the hood. But we do have a Trackadoodle. So maybe I put a pressure washer motor or something in there and
It's got to be bigger than that.
okay, I'll get a generator motor.
No. Why not like a
450 dirt bike motor or something?
twin two-stroke?
A twin two-stroke? Oh geez, Jim. You really want to die. All right, put it in the comments.
Yeah.
What should I put in there?
Exactly.
I mean, it's chain drive. One of those, like a Predator motor, kind of like what I got on the beer runner there, but a juiced up version with a centrifugal clutch and all that. Chain drive would fit right in there. I bet you the son of a bitch would dangle. Juice her up to, you get 15 horsepower in there. That'd be all right.
That sounds lame.
Wow. The Viking that I'm putting the Apex motor in had 50. And that thing weighs like 1,500 pounds. This weighs as much as the poop I had this morning.
After that Chinese food last night.
So I think 15 horsepower in that would be pretty wild. I think we definitely got to get this one going. That is, what'd you pay for that?
$500 for the pair.
I mean that, I'm sorry. It's a far cry from the $30 hauler deal, but that's still a deal. Look at the hood on this thing. That right there. Alouette, gentil alouette.
Alouette, gentil plumerie.
There you go. You got to be Canadian to know that. Although you got the stock snow flap on there. Mine ain't stocky. That's an hour to catch.
Oh, faster.
Yeah, it's gonna be faster. Well, I'd say if they're clearing out, we gotta figure out, well, we'll let HB get their stuff out of the way. Just a little two-step check, eh? All right, Jim, I'll grab mine.
Hercules.
I don't think I can grab mine.
Oh. Yeah, it looks a little heavy. Oh, fuck.
Don't rack it now. That's the deal of the day. Oh, Alouette, drunk the Alouette, Alouette, drunk the Alouette.
Come on, something to Marie.
One more year done. Sledarama 2025. Thanks for having us.
We'll be back.
Alouette, drunk the Alouette,